Just get back in here. Nervous system regulation. Do you know what that means? And are you managing that? What are some of the ways that you do manage your nervous system? And even right now, as we're talking about this, I'm talking about maybe you're having an experience where you're in a stressful situation at work, or you don't really love everything about your job. What do you notice in your body when you think about that? Does it feel really stressful? Or even if you thought about, I have to go and have this really hard conversation with someone. How do you actually physically feel? Noticing those things. And there's a lot of really great resources about managing our nervous system, especially now. So many coaches are online talking about that. Reimagining the rules. So what are some of the rules that you are accepting in your current position? Are the rules just the way things have always been? Or are they, things that maybe are no longer valid? They're no longer relevant. And then if you had one rule you could change, one quote unquote rule in your current situation, what would that be that you would change? How would you want it to look different? And then when I think about the expansive piece of not shrinking in adversity, one of the things for me, and I see that one of my cohort members from this program I was in, we had to set goals for this year-long program we were in together. And one of mine was that in every meeting I attended, I would say one thing. And that was a big deal because I had shrunk back so much that I couldn't even speak in meetings. So for me, this is a big question, and maybe it's irrelevant to you, but do you speak up in meetings? When you're in a meeting and you have a thought or you have an idea or an opinion, do you say it? Do you shy? I misspelled here. Do you shy away from asking questions? Do you shy away from sharing your opinion? And then when you have conflict, what do you do with that? Do you shrink away from conflict, or do you lean in? How does the conflict show up for you?